Steve Freudenthaler here from dotCMS Engineering, and today I'm excited to share with you what we've been up to over the past few quarters with dotCMS Cloud and .Evergreen. So we'll start with the Evergreen update. Before we get into stats or features, I'm going to start with our North Star. Our destination is a world where releases no longer cause anxiety or stress. We aim to release often with confidence, making our new improvements exciting for everyone to enjoy. Now we can have a quick look at how it's been playing out. And it's a really fun and exciting slide for us to share. Just in the last few quarters here, we've seen a 35% increase in Evergreen adoption. We blew past our 50% adoption goal of 2025, and we're really excited with the trend that's been going on. Specifically, what we see here is a good chunk of that growth coming from existing LTS customers or environments moving to Evergreen and having success in doing so. And that's a big milestone for our customers, but also for ourselves. That's a really, really great thing for us to see and hear feedback from customers on. Of note here is our new and our last LTS designation, which is 2507, and our 2404 has gone end of life since the last time I spoke with you. This year, we have a pretty lofty goal of 80%. We think of 80% Evergreen adoption, that is. We think we can get there by shipping the features that you folks have asked for self-service and timing, and a short-term delay between our absolute latest release and the version that you're running. So we'll be busy working on those, and we expect that to translate to more Evergreen adoption, and happier customer base. Yeah, that's an exciting thing for us. So up next is something new. We've been working on it for a really long time, at least a year and a half. But it's something new that I want to share with you folks, and that's seamless upgrades. And we talked in our North Star about making them non-event things. These zero downtime updates are now for production workloads, and they're ready to go, and we've been using them. What this means for you and for your teams is that in your production workloads, dotCMS updates are seamless. That means both front-end and back-end workloads are not interrupted as we roll out that update. That's a huge breakthrough when we consider that in previous LTS to LTS updates, there's been hours-long or days-long change freezes. There's been parallel environments for weeks or months on end, and projects leaking into the multi-quarter scope. This unlocks much faster, much higher confidence release cadence for you and for your customers. Really exciting stuff. Oh, my image is in the wrong place here. Let me move that for you in case you're reading the slide. Yeah, it's a combination of a lot of work, but this is really, really cool to see. Again, for today, this is for production workloads. As this continues on through the year, you'll be seeing this kind of trickle through to your auth and UAT environments as well. Okay, there's no charge for this. This is stuff we built in cloud and are enabling for you by default. All right, the next one, a new feature. I think some folks have heard about it, but in case you haven't, we've got this new feature, multi-region resiliency. Love to share with you what it means. Market's been really happy with it. This is in response to one of the more recent outages in Q4 from AWS. They had a US East region outage, and immediately became apparent for us that lots of our customers have an audience beyond the US East region. And so if that region is down because AWS has a problem or a telco has a problem, yes, that means the people in the US East might not be able to get to your site, but the rest of the world also now can't get to your site because that region's down. So these single region deployments have high availability within the region, but if there's a regional problem, the entire world is impacted. There are things like CDN implementations that you can do to mitigate against that, but we wanted to share multi-region resiliency, which is a way to use push publishing in dotCMS to be able to solve that problem. In this case, you can have two regions, one in US East in the example I gave. The other one could be in Canada or EU or Australia, really anywhere dotCMS has a region to purchase from. And then the magic happens. If one of those regions goes down, there's automatic failover. If both regions are healthy, then they both split the traffic, meaning a better user experience. So if you've got a region in the EU and a region in the US, and your visitor is visiting from, say, Germany, they will automatically be routed to that German region, and they will experience a much more performant result. When there's a failure in a region, again, automatic, under a minute, failover happens. Users don't expect it. Your ops and DevOps teams and your network operations centers, they don't have to get up. It happens, it fails over, and when the new region, the region that went down comes back online, traffic splits again automatically. Really exciting stuff. We're leveraging existing tools like push publishing and some new infrastructure we integrated with AWS on called Global Accelerator to make this happen. Really nice stuff, really cool feature, seeing great response in the market from it. Okay. The next thing, of course, is data sovereignty. And so today I'm also going to let you know that we have a new region open in the US West for these multi-region failover workloads. And that gives us, for our US customer base today, that gives us a multi-region resiliency option that also continues to meet the stringent data sovereignty and compliance requirements that many of you folks will have. And so this is a really nice example of being able to partner with AWS and to use multiple regions they have within a single country to meet that data sovereignty requirement. We're going to see how the feedback on this is for other regions. There are other places in the world or even other cloud providers we could look at based on feedback to be able to do data sovereignty or multi-region between multiple cloud providers. So stay tuned for that. Keep giving us your feedback. That helps shape what we decide to do next with this nice new feature. Up next will be a usage tool. So this one, as we move more and more to enabling you folks as users, it became apparent to us through feedback that stakeholders are having some gaps in what they can do with their folks. And so we're going to start to expose a new tool called the usage tool. It'll be in dotCMS as a tool. It's actually in Evergreen today. I'm going to demo it in a few minutes here. And this tool will allow you to get an understanding of how you're using or how your organization is leveraging dotCMS. So things like content items, content types, counts of those types of things, active users, sites, workflows, those types of things. And those will help you inform decisions on, say, your content architecture or even your dotCMS publishing architecture. And this is under very active development right now. So we are looking for feedback again on what's valuable and what's useful for folks. Note here that today all the data is on machine, which is to say it can only see the stats of that dotCMS instance. So if you have an auth and a UAT and a prod, the usage tool would only see the environment that you're on. So if you're in the prod environment, you'd only see the prod usage tool. Coming this year, we will also have the ability to see across your environments. So we will keep the one environment view, which was feedback folks gave us, but we will also introduce a view that we'll be able to see across your whole dotCMS publishing architecture. And with that, I'm going to pause, get a drink of water, and I'll be right back for a live demo. Okay, I'm back. As promised, here's a quick little demo of our usage tool. As I mentioned, it's under active development right now. It's early stages, but it is available for everyone that's on Evergreen to turn it on. And to turn on our usage dashboard or our usage tool, you're going to go into settings, roles, and tools. You can pick anything off this left nav. Then we're going to click on tools. And I'm going to put mine under the settings area. I think that's a good place for it. And so I'm going to click on settings. And now I can type usage in. And we'll be able to find that tool, add it, which adds it to the bottom. As soon as I save, here we go. I can see my usage tool at the bottom now. Okay, so here I come. Very basic, like I said, early stages. A couple things to note. We call out very clearly this is under development. When this gets a bit more stable and less likely to change and our confidence builds, this will move to beta and the banner will change. And then ultimately when it goes general availability, that will reflect as well. Expect that this might change version to version of dotCMS. Okay, last thing to note here is that the data here refreshes and is cached between 3 and 5 minutes. And that's a safety measure right now as it's under active development. We want to see how it performs. We want to see how people use it. And we certainly don't want to be creating unnecessary workloads on the system that might not be productive. And so if you see the data change, or if you see it a few minutes for the data to change, that's what's going on. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this change to show. So I'm going to go to workflows. I'm going to add a new workflow. And we'll just name this one demo usage tool. Right. And we'll save it. We don't need that workflow to do anything at this point because we're just going to show. And here we go. Right now we were at 2. And now we're at 3. Simple demo, more coming, content types, content items, all of that stuff is coming, and we'll be excited to show it to you and excited for you to follow along with the feature as we push it out.